We didn't argue that much. We didn't argue that. A little bit of argument, but we really, as three sisters close in age, I don't think we argued too much.
No, for being so close together.
But I don't remember. I just because we gave in to you. We did. Maybe it was our fault that she was that way because we didn't insist upon taking turns. But Marcy and I would say, oh, let her have a seat. We took turns.
I remember getting hand-me-downs from them all the time.
What?
Hand-me-down clothes from them.
She had
and one in green and one in blue. The same thing.
My mother would dress Bernice and I almost like twins because we were only 17 months apart.
And I cried one day. My girlfriends would say, how come you have the same coat, one in blue and one in green? And I have all these hand-me-downs. And I sat down and cried one day.
Until you got to the our size and you all.
I remember Daddy came home one day with a great big box of clothes just for you.
Oh, with gorgeous material from the and I used to wear them to school and all this gorgeous clothes, and they were mine.
Yeah. And Mother made us think that we were the luckiest people in the world because we were tall. And to be tall is the best. But she made us get up against the wall, put a book at our head, and walk across the room. And you had to learn to glide and have a nice posture. And I can remember that. I thanked her for that. And I personally thanked her for that when I got older because I always had good posture, and I always had a lot of self-confidence because Mom told me that I was lucky to be tall. So if Mom said it, it must have been right. We laugh about that sometimes because Mom was always telling us what to do and we listened, and then we realized that most of the time she was right.
Yeah, that was frustrating.
You didn't think so then, but most of the time she really was.
She was like another mom, another kid.
Isn't this the truth though? She had certain ways, but she made us feel like we were lucky to be that way. I guess
we're very fortunate.
Yeah, she made us feel good. I never knew that we didn't have much money because I always felt like I had the best clothes. Did you feel that way on that?
Yeah, sometimes, but when I got a little older, I realized.
Yeah, when they got a little older, they started to get a little more money. Then you really got some gorgeous stuff. Growing up, you did get
I would borrow it from the factory.
Yeah.
And then I'd give it back the next Monday.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Even my gown that I wore to Lita's wedding and stuff.
Yeah.
I picked it out of, I went through, there was a Harper's Bazaar or Vogue, and I said, oh, I'd love this dress. And Daddy got it for me because he knew all the manufacturers. And it was, at that time, a very expensive dress. When I walked down the aisle, I heard people go like that.
Then you never told me this before.
Never. People, and then Mother sold it. One of her friends' daughters was going to a prom, so she sold the dress.
She sold the dress?
And I was so she sold the dress.
Vaguely sometimes come back.
But right out of the magazine, I got a dress, and then another one had a blue lace dress that I got for something else I had to go to. But it was wonderful. Daddy got it like below wholesale.
When I went to my prom, there's hardly any gowns around. I don't know why, because after the war maybe, there wasn't that many. And he called up one of the stores on Chestnut Street. Maybe it was Peck and Peck or something like that at that time. And the woman there says, I have one beautiful gown and it's red. Red. I went there with Mother and I put it on. It was like a dream come true dress. It really was, off the shoulder, and it had pokes that came out. And 40 years later, when I had my 40th reunion, somebody came over to me, read my thing. Oh, you're reading Rudolph. You're the girl that wore red to the prom. Wow. Everybody wore whites and pinks and yellows and blue, and I wore red. And she remembered that.
And I wore the same dress.
And you wore the same
Maybe to the first prom I went to.
Yeah,
which was horrible.
But that was a beautiful dress.
Beautiful dress. Yeah, it looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Wasn't your prom or something that your father got some ration tickets to get your date shoes or something?
What?
No.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, she had a date with this real handsome guy, and he was in the service. And she had this dress, and we put it on the doors, outside the door. We didn't even put it in the closet. It was so pretty. It was black here, black long torso with white. And I was crying because your date called up
Yeah.
and says he sent her a telegram or something, he can't get leave. And there's this dress sitting there. I was crying. She wasn't crying, I was crying. And finally a friend or somebody took her to when she went to the prom with.
Yeah.
But I thought, oh my God, she's going to sit home from the prom in this gorgeous dress. And I'm crying, I'm upset. She really wasn't upset. It was me that was upset.
She didn't care.
But if you were upset, you didn't show it.
Who among the three sisters is most like your mother?
Rainy.
Not you.
I think I am.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because I go by the mirror and I go, "Hi, Sarah." And I never looked like her growing up, but I see now that I have either a lot of her expressions, and I think of her a lot for that, and I have fond memories of her, things that she taught me. I realize now how important they were. So I just feel like maybe I'm more like her, but each of us have some.
I'm like my father.
Yeah.
Would you say that's true, that Bernice is most like
Well,
Sam?
she looked more like the father. The worry was.
I always thought that you looked like Daddy
I
when
did
you were
too,
growing
but
up.
then as I got
No,
older, I don't.
No, it
I
would
look
change.
good. I see mother in me too.
Yeah, you can see expressions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never saw my mother in me. Never.
never.
No.
Well, you never had red hair, so maybe.
She had blonde hair.
Yeah, she had blonde hair. Yeah.
But like Sam, what characteristics do you see? And you said.
Well, I didn't say she was like Daddy.
Right.
I said she looked like Daddy growing up. I felt as though she did, but that was just when you were younger. I don't know whether Daddy had. He was a worry person. Are you a worrier person? I don't think I worry as much.
I'm a worrier person.
I don't worry about anything until it happens. Then I'll worry. I criticize.
I don't think Dad was a worrier. I think he just was concerned about it.
Yeah, maybe that's a better way to say it. He was very concerned about our safety.
And he thought we were all gorgeous and beautiful and wonderful.
Oh my goodness, what Daddy used to do when we'd go out for dinner, and if there were people like at another table, or if we'd go to his family up there, he would make us get up, the three of us, and he would walk us around the room and introduce us to everybody. These are my three daughters. And sometimes I'd say to him, Daddy, we met these people before. They know us. No, he had to take us. He was so proud of his three daughters. I think that's the most outstanding feature of Daddy.
Yeah.
And of his wife.
Oh my God, he thought.
Of his wife. I can tell you a very funny story, and you were there that night, Marcy.
Oh yes, I know.